Hi, I'm Lane Richens with Stotz Equipment in Casa Grande, Arizona. So we just got finished meeting with one of my customers, Normark Farms. We would kind of going over some of the data management products that we're going to offer to help optimize the farm and find out how we can make that customer more money. Some of the products that we were discussing is basically taking, because he's pretty progressive at documentation, documenting his seeding and his applications and then his harvest coming in. Now we want to kind of take that into another platform and start putting dollar amounts to those operations so that we can track our fuel usage, so that we can find out how much it costs us to till that field and how much it costs us to plant that field, how much to apply a certain chemical to that field, and start documenting everything that's going on that farm so that we can kind of figure out whether we made money or lost money, or where did we make money, where did we lose money, how can we get better. And also we kind of covered some of the aerial imagery options that we have available to us, some satellite images. We went over how the satellite image that was provided in July pretty closely matched up with the yield map that happened in September, October. So that was pretty interesting to the customer, so that he could kind of start to utilize some of that data. Maybe he could have done something at that point. So it's just kind of exciting for that to get customers involved in some of this stuff, so that they can kind of improve their farm and essentially make more money. Yeah, like in other parts of the country, I think the Midwest and the grain belt, they're definitely way ahead of us on the technology side, and they're much faster to adopt, and they've kind of been doing this for a while. Here in Arizona, we're just barely starting to get into that, and so the customers are really starting to get excited about that stuff because the prices aren't as good as they should be. Well, if we can provide something to help that customer track his expenses and become more efficient, just the same as the dealership, we track our expenses so that we can become more efficient. I think for the areas that we're really trying to work hard on is just getting everybody to document everything that's happening on the farm, from seeding to application to tillage to, obviously the harvest. And there's a lot of products that we don't really have any documentation for the harvest of, but we can still track what we put into that field, so we know what we're going to get out of it. But we need to track everything that's going into there so we can find out where we need to improve. And then the imagery, that stuff is really exciting to a lot of customers, to try to predict how we're going to do at the end of the year.